I wonder if getting young people to pray on their own is no different than getting ourselves to pray on our own. We just need some stuff to pray for. You know, when Jesus saw the hurt in the city, he had compassion on the people. I wonder if we just need to give young people, and sometimes give ourselves, the fuel or the awareness of what is going on in our world. Because when we're confronted with things, then I think we feel powerless to do something ourselves, and the obvious thing to do is go to the one who is more powerful than us to bring a difference in that situation.
Again, I think teaching them to learn very simple prayers that they can repeat, or even just how to start a prayer and end a prayer, is sometimes something we take for granted and we might have been brought up on.
I think that's quite challenging. I think sometimes it might be having some little resource cards. There's various things you could have, things like the shuffle deck that Youthscape do, which gives them something every day that they could do that just gives them a challenge and a little prayer that's part of it.
When is a good point in the day where they might want to pray? Where is a good place where they might be able to sort of focus and concentrate? What might help them to focus? Again, do they have a special or particular notebook that they use to write their prayers down, or do they have a particular a candle in their room that they might light? But I think it's about helping them to sort of almost realise actually how simple and straightforward it is, but to think practically about when and where and how they might do it. Giving them little tips, maybe to help them. It might be they need to turn their phone off and put it aside, or it might be that there's particular apps that you might be able to recommend they use that just helps them, gives them a reminder each day, or gives them a focus for their prayer each day. But releasing them, empowering them to be able to do it, and then just some simple hints or tips that help them make the space or see the opportunity.
I think helping young people to see that they can take a time out, whether it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, and not surrounded by social media, their phones, technology, friends, where they can just spend time in the quiet, is really important. But I think it comes back to encouraging them and giving them the tools that they need to do that, and that will look different for each young person that you're interacting with. So as I said, for some people it might be reading something, reading scripture. Some people, for me, I personally find listening to worship music a really helpful time to ground me in my time with God. But for some people it might be silent, some people might be drawing, but helping young people to see actually that they can use a variety of different ways that helps them to best engage with God where they're at.
Simply saying, feel free to do this on your own. I don't think young people need much more encouragement than that. It's just helping them to know they're not just putting it out into the universe, but actually they're directing it to a God who knows, who hears, who acts, and who loves them.
Go for whatever, yeah. We'll go off the cuff.
Yeah. An expert. I mean, everyone's an expert.
Yeah, I know, yeah.